Hey guys, Cobra here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms, and I want to test out a champion for you guys. I'm on the test server for the game. I want to test out KINEZA. All right, KINEZA. That's how I'm gonna be calling her. It actually means Chinese woman in Greek, so might as well call her like that. So I've built her out, ready to go. We're gonna test her out and see whether she's worth going for this 10x. There's two heroes. I'll be posting another video for the other one. I've heard good things about gear rate 1 for the other hero. Same thing like we had last year, very good at gear rate 1, but I think KINEZA here will be much better for things like the guild boss. Very good single target damage from what it seems. So let's have a look at the skills. First of all, she does have a bond skill, so if you do have Salazar, she becomes way better. And Salazar also provides that added physical damage bonus when he applies the bleed. So bleed does help you do more damage if you do physical damage, which is what KINEZA does. Let's go into the skills. Everything. Physical attack deals 60% damage to one enemy 2 times. All right, pretty solid. Goes up, you know, by 10% almost. Yeah, 10% when you fully skill it up. So it is not that impactful skilling this one up, but she will be fast. Her talent is basic attack has a 25% chance of gaining 1 chi stack. Triggering dodge also has a 100% chance of gaining 1 chi stack. So chi, the flowing life force that can enhance some skills effects and stack up to 3 times. Upon reaching the maximum number of stacks, gaining this effect will instead regenerate 50 rage. So what I'm guessing is she'll be pumping that ultimate very quickly, and that ultimate consumes all chi, with each attack dealing 145% damage to enemies in range 1 time. Afterward deals an additional 500% damage 1 time, so a big burst of damage after that. Sounds pretty strong, like a big burst type of champion like Valeria does a big burst with her ultimate. This one seems even stronger because of that constant, you know, stacking of the chi, which gives you tons of rage when you have over 3 stacks. And when the ultimate procs, you consume all chi, and then you have to recover that again, which you recover through gaining chi by doing your basic attacks. So what is the passive? Originally has a 15% chance to dodge. When you dodge, you don't get hit. Basically, you become immune to that damage instant that is thrown at you. Every 100 speed provides an extra 5% chance of dodge. That is very interesting. So I think I've built her with close to 400, so that's another 20% chance of dodge. So together 35% chance to dodge is pretty strong. Gonna be very strong for some things, but again, it's a chance. So that means you can't really use her as a tank, but she can, if she's got like a third of the hits being you know, completely ignored, she can be healed throughout, and maybe she can tank things out. And her awakenings, which I checked out, do help her heal a little bit, but we're gonna have a look at that in just a second. So final passive enhances the next basic attack upon triggering dodge, making it deal 240% damage 1 time. Each stack of chi makes basic attack and enhanced basic attack ignore 15% defense. Wow. Okay, so when you have full stacks of chi, so 3, you will be ignoring 45% of the defense of the target. It just makes it like the hero to have with a nightmare squad. All right, you'll have Torador as your leader to get the maximum benefit out of everything, and the extra hit also that Torador provides. And then you'll just add on top of that whatever heroes which we have available on the test server. We have many more heroes that are actually available, but you'll add things like Salazar, I would imagine, Valeria, Torador, that's 4. And then that's the maximum benefit. Maybe even Arrogance for added more damage, but very heavy physical team if you add all of those heroes. And I wonder if you can cover all of them with Dolores. I don't think you actually can cover all of them to provide that boost to everybody. So those are her skills. The gear that I've given her is some good gear that we have on the test server. I wanted to test out her true potential, if it's really a hero that is worth transferring over the best in slot items that you have already in terms of guild boss progression and all that. So 462 actually the speed I have, bringing the attack interval down to almost half, 1.2 seconds instead of the 2.3, which is low already, 2.3, but 1.2 is very strong. To get this to like a 1 second attack interval, I would probably need to be around the 550 attack speed 550, maybe even 600, because it really falls off after 400 attack speed. It really falls off on how much attack you get. So these are his stats overall. 21,000 attack. Very easy to get attack based fighters to get their attack quite high. So that's it in terms of the skills here. Awakenings are cool also. Each stack of chi restores 3% health. That's okay as an A1. Crit damage boost on the A2. The A3 gives you 100% more damage to your surging roar, so that ultimate and the final strike on the final strike, and then inflicts a stun. That's cool for control. Rage region, wow, that's amazing. And then every stack of chi consumed increases attack speed by 100 after casting surging roar, lasting for 10 seconds. So you'll have 3 stacks, so that's another 300 speed. With what I have right now, when I get her to awakening 5, she'll do 765 speed. That's insane. But there's no actual way to test out on how many hits she can do while we're fighting. So let's get this going. I think it's obvious we're going to try her out on the guild boss and see what she could do. I have Nightmare 2 unlocked here. I'm going to try and push for Nightmare 4 maybe in the future just to see on her potential. But what we really want to see, okay, is KINEZA. Nobody else really is what I care. I would drop Dolores. Maybe I should drop her without anything in there. Maybe just something like Wrath, which everybody has. I think Wrath is a very solid pick. And then we'll add some other heroes in there just to get the full benefit on the attack speed. The extra attack speed, I forgot about that. You get a 40% boost to your attack speed because of Wrath. That is quite insane, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'll drop everybody, but I'll withdraw them immediately. I just want to see her damage and her potential. Okay, so we're going into this one. Okay, let's go. And the ideal slot will be right on the front, I guess, if you don't have something else that requires you to be right on the front. I forgot to mention the artifact that I do have, which is the one that gives you like a copy of yourself with stats and everything. And that copy does some pretty solid damage. I think that's the best fighter artifact that everybody has. So you see that 40% boost to our damage. Let's drop in Vortex. He'll be healing. And I just want to see that the hits and when the ultimate also is used up. So look at that, 100k, 200k. When she procs that, 34k. And then our copy does some solid damage on its own, like 68k, I believe, is what I'm seeing there. Her ultimate is not proccing that much. From what I'm seeing it. It is still slow. With a 500 cost, it's still kind of slow, to be honest. But it's still very, very solid. Look at that. When the ultimate drops in, she does a very, very solid amount of damage. So let's quit the battle, and I'll try to bring in Dolores. And who else would I really use for a buffer? I could use Elowen instead. So Elowen provides an added boost to your Laurel to your rage region, but I don't want to be using heroes that many players don't have. Like, I don't have Elowen on my real account. So on this one, using Elowen would be like kind of, why would I use it? It's not really going to be a showcase for the players out there who are the people who are hunting top 1 position for overall rankings on the guild boss. Those players have the means to go and get her to an A5 immediately. So this is for the general public. These kind of videos, it's basically for everybody out there looking for another really good, you know, physical damage dealer. So I try Salazar in there just as an added benefit in terms of that bleed. But the bad thing is, it's not going to be very clear for us when we're looking to see her damage and her potential. So that's why I like Dolores. Because Dolores doesn't hit, she'll still buff us up, and we should be okay. I just wonder. Right, so Salazar hits there. Can start withdrawing a few of them. I'll just leave Salazar, I guess. I can check him out. I don't even know if he's got any gear on. He must have something. But she is hitting pretty hard, like 36k. Yeah, Salazar doesn't have gear, I don't think. It's gonna be fun. So I want to pop the Dolores ultimate when we reach the 4 minutes 10 seconds. I'm gonna pop the ultimate because I want to see on how much more damage we'll be doing. Yeah, we definitely need to improve our gear. So let's pop the Salazar ultimate. That's gonna start applying bleed. Let's pop Dolores. I want to see that bleed. Wow, where's the bleed? Okay. So she's doing 57,000, very strong. There's the ultimate there, 174,000, 176. Yeah, big damage coming out of her. I can't think of any of the gear raids where she would be useful. No, not gear raid 1, not gear raid 2, not so much. Can't imagine using her for like bursting out multiple opponents. And what about gear raid 3? Everything is ranged and they fly around, so there's no chance it's gonna be used in there. Maybe if we get another gear raid which requires you to have more fighters than anything, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe that's something that is coming in the future for the game. So the next shield will be quite soon after this. Let's speed things up. Put it on a 2x speed. I think she's pretty cool. Her attack speed seems a fun thing to have, like, as an added bonus. Yeah, the more attack speed you have, the more chi you'll be getting, and based on your number of chi, you ignore more defense and you just do tons of damage on the boss, right? That's the whole idea behind her. And she's recovering lots of rage because when she's maxed out, look at her rage, look at how quickly it just stacks. Okay, it's crazy. In terms of just rage regen, she's using her ultimate. She used it, and I'll probably have it again right before the boss reaches the shield stage. So with heroes like Elowen, you should be spamming your ultimate quite often and giving that big burst of damage. Okay, now we popped it. Look at how easily the shield dropped. But right, it's Nightmare 2. Pretty strong. Look at that, 88k, 176, 276. I think I saw like a big number there. With other heroes in there, like a Twin Fiend, like a Setram to help with the shields, she would be doing way more damage. But here we're just trying to see the base damage. And honestly, maybe more crit damage is worth it on her instead of all that attack that I have on her. I have 2 attack percentages, 1 crit damage. That is what you usually build everybody, really. I think that's the meta at the moment. 1 crit damage, 2 attack percent, and then as much attack speed as you can in between them, while trying to keep close to 100% crit rate. So that's kind of the meta at the moment. And of course, her damage will be very, very high now. I just wonder on how much better she's gonna be with the A5, which I'll do right now. I'll do her A5 right now and we'll have a look. But as a fighter, very solid. Would I want her in my current squad of heroes? I don't think so. She doesn't provide something that just screams use me in the guild boss instead of something like Salazar. Salazar boosts physical damage for everybody. She doesn't. So it gets interesting, right? So I'll awaken her to 5. She'll get the added benefit on number 3, right? And then extra rage regen on number 4, pretty solid. And then on number 5, that's where the extra attack speed is gonna come. That's where the extra attack speed is gonna come. So I wonder on the difference in damage. So we did like 4,500 blood before. So now so much more attack speed. It's gonna be fun. So I did 4.5k blood, and if I put it on an auto fight, it should be the same thing, but we should be seeing the ultimate much quicker. So now at 3.5 speed, should be very interesting to see it stacking up. Look at this. So we did once the ultimate before the shield. There's the ultimate again 2 times. 3 times with the ultimate. I think maybe the other set, instead of Infernal Roar, maybe the other set would be nice on her. The one that gives you 50% damage boost when you do your ultimate 5 times. And she's already done it 3 times so far. It's only been 3 minutes. 4 minutes now. So maybe boosting my damage by 50% is much better instead of the Infernal Roar. But she is spamming that auto attack so much that a 40% damage boost also seems very strong. But 40% versus 50% on everything, including your ultimate, maybe that's way better. In terms of overall damage right now, we're sitting at a 3.4k. 4k. Okay, we got a minute left. We should just exceed it so much. I mean, just the comparison of a 0 awakening to an A5 is quite insane. So having a look at her, maybe we can reach 5,000. Yeah, 5,100. Pretty strong. I mean, it gave me just 600 blood, but getting another 5 copies of a hero just to get 600 blood sounds insane. Quite cool though, quite cool. Her damage 42 million, comparing it to 36 I think it was before. Still pretty strong. I wonder, maybe that other set is much better on her. Maybe that's something to consider. Instead of Infernal Roar, maybe you could consider this set right here, the Soulbound Arcana. After the ultimate is cast, damage increased by 10% permanently, but this will only happen around the midway mark. Depends on how quickly you can get her rage going. Maybe with some rage regen, her ultimate would recover way quicker actually. Maybe that's also something to take note of, but I don't think I have that many of this set specifically to do the showcase. So that's it for KINEZA, guys. How do you think she's gonna fare in your squad of heroes? Are you gonna go for this to next? Let me know down below in the description, in the comments. So that's KINEZA, guys. What do you think of this hero? Are you going for her? Especially the A5 looked cool, but I don't think it's really that impactful. In terms of overall guild boss damage, I don't think she's it. I don't think she's the one that you're gonna be waiting to wail out if you're somebody that wails out. If you're lacking fighters, of course, you know, getting a fighter through a 10x banner is always nice, but there's still so many fighters that are also worth it. Arrogance is amazing, Solids are amazing, just fantastic fighters themselves. So that's it for today. Thank you all. I'll be posting a video, another one, very soon on the other hero that is currently also available. I think which one is it? Kriya? I think Kriya, also pretty strong for gear raid 1 is what I've heard. So wait out on that video. Thank you all. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.